What's up, traders? Today we're going to be talking more about the ISW scanners, why I love them so much. We're going to do a brief overview of each scanner, and we're also going to do a few live examples. So let's get to it. Okay, so just to get us started, I'm going to go over the plus i3 scans, and I actually just pulled up NVAX. It actually didn't even get up to the 20 on the i3, but as you can see, this is popping up on the scanner. It's kind of showing us this intense move that it just made on the volume. So it's giving us the alert that, you know, it could be time to pull this chart up and kind of start looking for a possible entry. If you were looking to get in on the short side. And that's kind of the point of the plus i3 scan. The plus i3 scan is designed to show you the moves that are to the upside, and you're basically looking to short into resistance. You're looking to short into the overextension, the overbought, however you want to label the big move up. That's kind of the idea behind the plus i3 scan. So I have two i3 scans set up here. One is for stocks priced from $2 to $20, and that's the beauty of these is you can actually set up as many of these as you want, and you can kind of filter them the way that you want as well. So I have one from $2 to $20, and then I have one from $20 to $80. So what that's really doing, and obviously you can have a minimum volume. You can have it set so it only shows you when the intensity level gets up to a certain point. You can have it set to alert you when the intensity hits a certain point. Just lots of options to really kind of filter down the stocks to see the stocks that you want to see on these scanners. So the reason behind doing 2 to 20 and 20 to 80 is simply because it kind of diversifies just what you're looking for. So if you see something pop up on here, you kind of know what to expect when you pull the chart up. Same with over here. And as well, the higher price stocks tend to show a little bit smaller of a number on the intensity scan because the higher the price, the bigger the move it would have to be to really get the intensity move to go up, just because it's a lower percentage move based on it being a higher price stock. All right, so moving over to the actual monitor I have set up for the rest of my scans. As you can see right here, I have the minus i3 scans set up, and I have them set up the exact same way. I do have the sound turned off, but that's just for video recording purposes. I can actually, so when an alert is going off, that's the sound you'll hear for that. And you can't see it, but the alert or the sound that you would hear for the plus i3 is that. So, and there's a bunch of different sounds. We can just roll through those real quick. We got that's more of a chat sound. Just to show you, you have options. I do believe in the future, Brian, the creator, is going to add some more of these. Man, they are really loud. But that's the whole point. If you're sitting here and you have your headphones on, you want to be able to hear these. And my favorite one is this one, but it gets a little tedious when it goes off over and over again, but we'll play it real quick. You'll hear us on Team ISW. We're always talking about we'd like to see a screamer on the scanners, and it's kind of the background story for that. It's just that specific. No, that is not the one I want. There we go. So that's my two i3 minus i3 scans. These are designed just the opposite of the plus i3 scans. So if there's a big move to the downside, there's a big washout, oversold, again, however you want to label it, that's what this scanner is designed to find. And it's going to get you to the chart early enough to really define where you feel that support's going to be and look to make your play. So the two i3 scans, the minus i3 and plus i3, they're designed to look for the intense moves, hence the i3 is intensity. So that's really what they're looking for, is those big intense moves for you to be able to pull up the chart looking for that imminent reversal, and that's where the money's made. So if we move up here to the i3 trackers, basically what this is everything that is picked up on the scans that is actually alerted, it will then move over to the tracker so that if you happen to miss it and you want to go back and review it, that's what the trackers are for. The gap up watch list, this is pretty obvious. It's just finding the up gappers for the pre-market. There is a down gapper, as you'll see over here. Gap down. There's a bunch of different ones that I don't have up just because I personally don't use them, but they are there. I have the after hours watch list. I like to, when I first wake up in the morning, this is the one I kind of look at just to see what moved in the after hours, and that's what I'll just kind of pull up on my chart just to see what it looks like and go from there. You can also do it for, the down gappers depending on your strategy. All right, so the bear scan watch list. This scanner is awesome. Basically what it's designed to do is to find, it does all the work for you. It finds all the stocks that made big moves the day before, and the volume is starting to dry out. The interest in the stock is drying out. Basically, it's looking for something that has made a big move. So let's pull up MTC here. And let's take a look. So yesterday, as you can see, pretty much all day, it made a huge move up, and then it started to just fade off, right? So as in the after hours and in the pre-market, in the pre-market is when it kind of picks up on this. It's doing the research from yesterday. It told us that this was a possible short for the bear scan. Now, when it pops up on the bear scan, what you're looking for is you're looking for a possible fade, or you're just looking for a quick pop out of the gate, which is most likely people covering that were short, looking to cover their positions, and then you would short into that pop. So basically, you would have the pop and drop, or you would have a hangover. Essentially, the two both come off the bear scan watch list. The bear scan watch list is designed to show you exactly this, these downtrending stocks that were up the day before, and they're looking to just go lower on the day. So as you can see, MTC all the way up here at 650 just dropped, and she's down at 375 on the day, right off the top of the bear scan watch list, as you can see right there. So just that's what that scanner is meant to do, and it does it very well on a daily basis. It's just not my cup of tea. If the stock was to pop up right out of the gate, say like this started going up to like 750, that's where I would get interested. Although this is a little bit of a lower float, and I don't typically play lower floats, but obviously the scanner shows you everything. And if that's your cup of tea, then there it is. All right, so continuing, we have our high of day scan. This one's, pretty self-explanatory. Anything you see here on the scanner, you pull it up, it's at high of day. Pretty simple. The market summary, this kind of just shows you all the main tickers for the overall market. You got the SPY, the triple Q, diamond, gold, silver, all the good stuff. And then right above that, I have the tops. Basically, this is showing you the tops of everything. It's showing you the most active stocks. It's showing you the stocks with the most range on the day, showing you the ones that are up for the most, the highest percentage on the day, and ones that are down the most percentage for the day. So again, this one's pretty self-explanatory, but at any given time, if you're just kind of looking for what the most active stock is, or you're just looking for something with a lot of range, looking to kind of play within that range, just looking to see what stocks have the big scanners, obviously it's all right there. It's pretty nice to have. It's that and the high of day scan are typically the two that I look at throughout the day if I'm still sitting here. And so yeah, those are those. And moving over here to earnings, we have pretty much everything. It shows you what's the earnings before open. You scroll down, obviously you can see there's a bunch of earnings today. Now this shows you every earnings. It's not just showing you the earnings for the big companies. If you want to do that, there's some websites out there that can kind of rank them for you and kind of show you during market hours. And then it'll have aftermarket hours as well. So there it is, aftermarket close. So there's a lot of earnings today for anybody that's into the earnings plays. And there's a scanner for that too. We also have IPOs. So it looks like CFB is the next upcoming IPO, which is tomorrow. It tells you the float, pretty much tells you everything you would need to know, where it's expected to open up, how many shares are available, all that good stuff. And I believe that's everything that I use personally. Just to go over here, we do have an unusual volume scan. We can bring that up real quick. So the unusual volume scan is basically just telling you that there's a stock, and a lot of these are usually lower floats because every once in a while, and a lot of these will be earnings as well, where they're just kind of the pick of the day as far as the low floats go. And so this will tell you which stocks that don't usually get a lot of volume daily are today getting a lot of volume. So that's what the unusual volume's for. The eyes on alerts is a little bit more of kind of just showing you like what everyone's kind of looking at, and it kind of breaks it down a little bit harder to read. That's kind of why I don't have it up. But it does kind of get the point across for what you're looking for as far as like what people are looking at. And it updates pretty frequently too. So if you're somebody that likes to kind of like read the tape per se, this scanner could be for you. We also have high of day there. We also have low of day. I forgot. I don't typically look at this, but there is a low of day as well. It's just like the high of day over here. At any given time, you want to find something that's low of day. There you go. Red to green. You want to find moves that are going red to green. There they are. Again, it'll rotate all day. If it finds a stock that's going red to green, there it went. So most likely it just went red to green. And so when it disappears, that's the idea behind it. I believe that's everything. See markets. That's the market summary. The top watch. That was the one I don't. Oh no, that's the tops. Okay, so I did get everything. As far as it actually comes with, now this is the platinum only. I don't believe elite comes with this, but at any given time, if you're just randomly trading a stock, say, let's pick one off of here. We'll just do IEA, just simply because it's on the top of the minus I3 scan. You can pull it up via the ISW quick look. It'll give you the float. It'll give you the shares outstanding. It'll give you give you the volume for the day. It tells you what the average volume is and what it's doing. So it's 3.8x the average volume. You can look up news. You can go to StockTwits if you want. It kind of pops up, shows you what's going on in StockTwits via that symbol. Twitter, same ordeal. It'll pop up and show you that. You can look at the company overview. You got key statistics. It'll break it down a little bit more for you if you like to read into the fundamentals. If there was block trades, it would show it there, and same with stock splits. So that is a really cool feature as well, is the quick look. I really like that feature. Just to simply, if I want to just kind of see if there was any news on something real quick, I'll pull it up and there it is. And I believe, like, if you want news and events, there's the earnings and IPO calendar that we have up. You can also do headlines. I tend to just leave this one alone because I don't really trade the news myself. But as you can see, stuff pops up right there if you want that. And then it also comes with some tools, just if you want to use them. We have just a clock down here. We got a timer. Like if you're somebody that needs help kind of not getting in and out of trades too early, like getting out of a trade too early, like you need to kind of set a timer on yourself. It's there to help, believe it or not. And I did use this at one time because I found myself getting great entries and I would just get out with bad exits. I wasn't letting my winners ride. So I started just making myself wait a minute. I would get into a position and I would make myself wait a minute. And obviously I would still have a hard stop set in place because that's the idea of risk management. But, if something's working for you, instead of getting out like 20 seconds later, if you wait a minute, sometimes you end up getting rewarded and you don't end up kicking yourself later for getting out too early. So that's the advantage of having a timer. You also have a calculator, which is just a normal calculator. And then you have a risk calculator, and this one's pretty cool. So if you are ever having problems with getting the right sizing based on what risk you would like to take, here you go. There's a risk calculator, whether it's long or short. And you can do it given your position size, or you can do it given the amount of money that you're willing to risk per trade. So just some really beneficial tools within. You also have a bunch of the popular websites that you can go to, Yahoo Finance, Benzinga, Seeking Alpha, Wall Street Journal, Market Watch, and Zero Hedge. They're all there as well. So that's pretty much the full breakdown of the scanners. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to let me know. But here are a few live examples to kind of leave you with, and I look forward to talking to you guys later. Enjoy. All right, traders, you've seen what these scanners can do. If you want your chance with them, the link's down in the description below, up to 30% off a lifetime. Peace.